Am I live? Can you please check? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? And we are live on this wonderful, wonderful Friday. And let me extend a self-courtesy to everybody who's made it through the week and got yourself to Friday without, pulling your hair out, because it's been insane. Did really good, though. I think looks like every trade went well. I can't imagine it didn't, so I just wanted to check it out. See what happened. But things look pretty spicy to me. And let me show you what happened last night as we get into the trades, because I'm happy I deployed my capital. And and you're happy you're rocking with the Crypto Lifer. And we're going to start off with just the trades alone, because hey, we went into UNI for $3,000 at $390. It's at $399. We're up $69, 2.2%. We went into OMG for $3,000. Stop loss at break even. We are up 226%, $220. We went into XRP at for $2,500. Stop loss we can now shave, as we are up 5%. Okay, and we're gonna shave the stop loss down to about 3%, even 2%. So now there's really no risk on the table as we move the account on up. We leverage traded last night unbelievably well. Went into 3 leverage trades over and over again and was able to achieve 3 for 3. I was trading from about 1 to 5 in the morning. My group was on fire. If you're one of the lifers, you were with us last night in the Telegram group. Basically, I was just trading live through the Telegram group. Probably should have just went live on the leverage trades and said, hey, teaching people how to leverage trade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through some of the trades I went through last night, break down basically how I was able to achieve the gains, and see if you guys can replicate it by just simply following the system that we teach here at Crypto Lifer. Let me see what's going on here. Morning, Sam and fam. Good morning, boss. Dora Olomito. Everyone looking great. Awesome. Melhat, Jesse B. How's everyone doing, man? Good morning. What's up happening, Lifer? Do you need some help carrying those bags? Yeah, man. Got some bags that I need help carrying those bags. Hey, you've been in the space as long as I have. You just know what's going down, Oh, Ross Kush? Is that what's going on? That's pretty cool. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Shout out to everyone participating. Really appreciate that. Means the world to me. So interesting. It says I need to go live to unlock the chat, but I am live. Don't want to hit the go live button right now. I'm using Restream today, which is a different service that I'm used to. Trying to just change up the flow. So I just want to check 3 people watching on Friday. Please hit the like button. 6 people, 6 likes. You guys are unreal. Can't get better than that. So I just want to check 3 people watching on Friday. Please hit the like button. 6 people, 6 likes. You guys are unreal. All right, sounds good. Stream looks great. Just always want to check the quality. Wow, quality's higher though than it used to be. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Looks like Restream is keeping things extra crispy. I don't know if you noticed, but the stream looks extra crispy. Put it up to 1080 today. I did change the settings to 1080 on my camera. I noticed I was 720 putting out, and I realized I could put out a higher resolution for you guys. So I went through and did that. Sun is hitting me here near the pool today. Just, oh man. You can see here I got the infinity pool behind me. Sitting out here, beautiful day. Figure just relax. But that sun, man, right there, out in there, the pool, killing me today. Killing me. Life is hard, Y'all smash those likes and have a comment. Folks need to see this content. Lifer has been busy growing your room. Nah, it's me, boss. I'm watching you on another account. Okay, cool, man. Oh, cool. Hey, can you believe we made it to 9:30? And that's dedication. Because if you're with me and Ross, we were up till about 4 in the morning, just taking those profits. We're still in a leverage trade. That's still going on. Can this be a little louder? That's all right. Okay, let's get into brass tacks. Enough about how great my trading's been. Let's talk about Bitcoin and see what's happening. Pumping as I woke up into 18,400. And as you can see, that 4 hour really wants to rock and roll. I can't believe that it hasn't yet. It just did nice 2 little white histograms. It's about to fly. I'll show you what I see happening for Bitcoin, okay? And, you know, the trend is bullish until it's not. Just like it's bearish until it's not. You need, an asset needs to tell you, okay, an asset needs to tell you what's happening, okay? You don't tell the asset what's going on. So if it's bullish, it's bullish. See, that's I trade like a bot, okay? If it's in a bull flag, it's going up. If it's in a bear flag, it's going down. Like, it's simple. You know what I'm saying? We was getting money using his strategies. Bitcoin just passed previous high around moving averages. Yep. Stella Kykert, thank you so much for coming. A newbie here. We got Stella in here. Thank you so much for joining, Stella. You're going to see what we do here on the channel. Also, if you have any trades that you're in, we're going to work for you, see what's going on. We can go over that ticker, find out where a good place to accumulate, find out where you're at, and see what's going on. So this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. And if you don't know how to draw your targets, you just simply take the pole right here. I'm taking the length of the pole, bringing it right up here to the target, something like so. And this tells me that Bitcoin is on its way to about 20,600, which is absolutely insane that target is now rising because it wasn't that high before, okay? So 20,600 is my new target, temporary target. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I'm getting like giddy. It's like, ooh. We're going to take a look at the daily, show you what I see happening, and we're going to get into it. Shout out to everyone on the live stream today. Shout out to everyone here. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. Please comment, like, and subscribe. About to hit 18,500. So Bitcoin pumps right now as we're speaking. Interesting. Very interesting. I may have to close the leverage trade. Right now I'm inside of a leverage trade. I'm doing well yet again. I can't believe it. I guess I'm good at leverage trading because every time last night I'm just 4 for 4. It's pretty insane. I'm up 31% again as we speak. I'm going to post it to the chat and show you. I love these little blow up things. I'm like a little kid here with this stuff. Anyway, what I mean is I love these, when you make a leverage trade, the cool thing is to let everybody know, because that's how finance promotes themselves, by using your own gloat and greed. You want everyone to know, look how great my trade went. But you know what? It's fun. I can't say it's not. So like right now we're inside of 34x leverage trade. We went in at 18,300. It's up at 18,469, and that renders you 31% into the trade. Unreal. Look at this. We were trading last night, in at 766, out at 845. He hit 200. He's in at 76. He's out at 845. He hit 167. He's in at 74. He's out at 845. He hit 187. He's in at 817. He's in it out at 8495. He's at 116. This guy is beasting it. Just took those trades down, as you can see, and selling the top. And that's how you rock it. You go to the 1 minute when you're rocking these trades, and when you see that this is on its way. So I'll show you, this is how you leverage trade. You get to the 1 minute, and you just do exactly what we do on the rest of the time frames. So it seems so simple, but yeah. And what you do is you just keep rocking this out. Now at this point, at this point, it's time to close the leverage trade because you're overbought and it's only going to keep coming down. So what you do is you close the trade. Right now, I would love to close this trade. Let's see. It's at 550. Yeah. Okay. One second. The futures app is messing up. There it goes. Wow, we're about to hit 18,600. This leverage trade is now up 50%. Very overextended. You really want to get out here. So close position. 100% of the position. Mark price. We want to limit order right out at 570. I don't mind being a little low. Order created and we're out. We just made a boatload on that trade, and we got out at the top. You got to sell these tops, honestly, on a leverage trade. If you're in that leverage trade, just do the right thing. I just took the trade down at 18,580, and that's just how you have to do it. And let me show you why you take this trade down and why it's so simple for me to take the trade down. Whenever Bitcoin is away from the 21-day moving average, it comes back. It comes back. This is one of the highest it's ever been. You're not going to get it. It's going to retrace to this white line is going to come up a little bit, and you're going to see Bitcoin retrace to about this point. So then we can reset. And then when all you do is you watch the MACD and the RSI and you let it reset and you get back in. And there's a chance it could pump up a little more, but you're always going to be able to reset yourself into another space. So yeah. So we just took down on one of my best leverage trades ever, actually, because I just took a $100 account in 3 days and I turned it into $450 leverage trading. No lie. I just 4x'd $100, and I took it to $450. Last night was my biggest leverage trade, that one that I just took down right now. I just sat down to the computer. Thank you, Bitcoin, for letting me sleep 4 hours. I know. So lucky I got to sleep 4 hours, Bitcoin. I'll tell you, during bull runs, you really sleep. You rarely sleep. The money you're making, it's absolutely insane. I have to be honest with you guys. It's just absolutely insane. So now it's profit taking time. I got to take a look at what's going on. Maybe I'll take OMG off the table right now. I got to look at every stock, every position that I'm in and figure out where I'm at in it, right? Like UNI, I probably should have taken down there up at $60. And as Bitcoin comes back down, these, my Atom trades I'm going to stick in. They're long-term holds. They were down $50 a piece for about a week. I've been in them, this one since Friday the 13th. So you can see the patience. A week long I've been in this trade. And I'm going to see it through until I take my profit. I've been in a week long on this ETH trade. I'm going to see it through until I take my profit. I actually like 510 for ETH right there. It's a good price. So what makes me want to do, I think it'll come back down maybe one more time. Let's get into Bitcoin. So let's look at the overall health of Bitcoin. And I'm going to give you guys some key insight as to why I think we're going to 19.4. And I can look you dead in the face and it makes perfect sense to me. So, and while we do this, I'll show you that we're going to get into another leverage trade, but not until Bitcoin resets itself. Now, I keep telling you guys, zoom into this on the daily. And until this decides to curve, I'm bullish because this is the daily MACD. Now, I thought it was overextended here, and I've gone over on my channel these tiny Vs and how important they are, because what they represent is a rejection of what you think is going to happen. You think, okay, the MACD wants to turn on us and we're going to have our rejection. Right here, you would have had a rejection. Let me circle it. This is a real key insight, guys. I've brought it up now 4 or 5 times on my channel. You went into why I've died. It's at 2,400, so I'm finally up 1. But since I missed on Bitcoin, I'm about to go. Hold on. It's weird. This thing like hides the chat for me. I'm gonna have to take the chat from somewhere else. It's supposed to help me and make it easier, but let's see what's going on. Let's get into the YouTube studios. Studios. I just want to be able to answer your question fully, Love Learning. So anyway, these are these little dips on the daily, and until this curves, this blue line, we're bullish, guys. We're bullish, and yeah. So that's how I'm handling this, the pain of being this high and being worried. I just got to know that, you know what, this blue line has to curve down. Everything happens when the blue line curves down. So until that point, I'm bullish on Bitcoin and on the market in general. So yeah. Now what you want to see is on the 1 minute, you want to see what Bitcoin's doing after a move of such nature. Okay. I think the last thing I posted last night before I went to bed is I tried to foreshadow things to all my followers here. So if you're in the Telegram group, please hit the link and join the Telegram. Really close-knit group here. I entered BAT retest Aave on the way to $89. Yep. Hey Faye, welcome to Crypto Lifer Room. How you doing? So we have someone new. Wow, new people joining the group every day. We have 76 members. Holding for now, Bitcoin whiling. I mean, I closed the trade, so at 580, I sold the top. I wish I could show the trade because I sold way when it all the way up to 580 because you're on the 1 minute and you're extremely oversold. It's just so simple. That's all I did last night over and over again, honestly. Whenever the blue line curved, I sold. Whenever we got up this high, I sold. And then I just waited for the RSI to get down here. Sometimes it took 20 minutes, sometimes it took 15 minutes. Really awesome. You could just really, what I do, this is how you leverage trade, guys. You put an Alt H right down here. You right click it and you put an alert. And basically when the RSI comes down there, you'll get an alert. It's pretty simple. And if you want to just in case it's not all the way down there, just put another alert like right here. And put another one. And what will happen is when the RSI gets low, you'll get an alert and you'll know to get back into the leverage trade. It's beautiful. I'll show you how I did it. We'll take you through the leverage trades that I made. So what we did was first you're trying to establish a bottom. Someone in my group said, I think you actually just found the bottom to 19K. And it was right here. And how you establish these bottoms is through divergences. We go through this every day on my channel. And what you want to find is you want to find where the price is either flat. You just want to find where the price is acting differently to the RSI, right? So right here, you start seeing that the price is going down pretty heavily. I'm telling you, and this is an indication of a bottom. And it's really, really accurate. So the price is going down. But the RSI is starting to flatten up. You can see this, right? And then it does bottom here. But in my opinion, this line is pretty flat compared to how long this line is angled. And that kind of gives you your indication of bullish divergence on its way back up. It's not, I've seen it more textbook before. This isn't the greatest sign. And what you want to look for, what I call is, and have coined here in my group, is secret divergence. And meaning it's not textbook bullish divergence. See how they're both going up, but this one is going up far more of an angle than that. And that tells me there's bullishness in the momentum of the move. So you get in here as the blue line, as you're in the pink, blue line curving, and you get into the trade, 7,400, and you basically rock this trade to the RSI gets up here, which would have actually brought you either here. You could have held a little longer, made the bull flag, put your stop loss below the trend line, and when it didn't hit the trend line and went it back up, you best be selling the double top on the RSI in the 1 minute. You may get away with it on the 4 hour or on the daily, but on the 1 minute, you best be taking it. So then you take your money, and now you know you have support and resistance. So you guess that, hey, I think it will come off of support and resistance. You get back in again, and then you ride it. And it just, all you do is just ride this MACD. And some moves are bigger than others. Like here, we caught this move last night. Unreal. We got in at like 7,900, maybe some 8,000 on the dot. I think I was in at like 970, and boom. And you can see selling at that 18,580. That was there's always like the mini blow off top. Basically, this is a microcosm of what happens in the big time frames. So now what you do is you look at what happened. You see Bitcoin's got a new floor, and you hold that floor. So the floor now for Bitcoin is at 18,400. You can see we hit it and got rejected. We hit it, almost came up. We kind of stayed below it. And now that we've broken above it, you would think that we come back down and test it for support. And what I've also noticed is your next entry has everything to do with the moving averages. First, we're going to come in, we're going to bounce off the 200. But if we fall down and we start to fall, you're going to see that the 21, I'm sorry, the white 21. And what I just said is I circled this and said price will probably come right there. See what I did? Remember, I before price even moved, it was up here on this bar. I circled it and said, it's going to have to come and touch the 21-day moving average. So I knew price was going to come somewhere in this vicinity. I couldn't be perfectly positive, but 9 out of 10 times, 100% of the time, it's going to come back and touch the 21-day moving average or get really close to it, And look how this MACD is now starting to curve up a little more, and you're getting the pink. Now, if we look at that, that looks like we're going to boom up again. In my opinion, it might be time to open up the leverage trade yet again. Because we're going to wait, though. I wait for confirmation of this MACD. So I even make it big. I make it super big and just look at it for what it's worth. And until this blue line starts to curve, I don't open the trade. Because I know there's always more. Even when it looks like it's going to happen, there's more. There's more downward pain, So you got to just be careful. All right, now what's going to look at, so Bitcoin, we went over the overall health of Bitcoin. I showed you the daily, and I showed you that I think it's still going up. My temporary target, I can only give you these temporary targets as we keep moving because we are in such a volatile game. But right now, see, look, the blue line just started to curve. That's a big indication that it's time to get back into the leverage trade. So around now, I would open the leverage trade because it's breaking out of a bullish pattern. So you go. $33x leverage, and we're in at 18,575. Okay? So you enter the leverage trade right now. This is your entry for the leverage trade. And we're going to ride it back up to the oversold region one more time. Now, we know we're not going to get as big as a push as we are lower, but we're probably going to get a pretty big push. We should get to the target here of 18,689, and that's going to be our target. And with 30x leverage, 35x leverage even, I think I'm using, all we need is a 0.1, 0.7. That's going to be great. That's going to render us about 20%, So that's all we need. And if we can do that 6 to 7 times a day, we're going to make 100% a day leverage trading. So when things are good and they're in a bull run, you just got to take advantage. So Bitcoin doing really well, okay? Now dominance getting rejected up here at, 67, and even further up here when it got rejected by that 67.25, came back down, had really strong resurgence. So that's not good for the altcoins, this big push up in the dominance. Let me see, some of my positions are not XRP. I continue to move 136. I would not get out of XRP if I were you guys. I would keep pushing that and moving with that. I'm going to shave a little bit of the stop loss here. 6%. We're going to get out of risk another, maybe 1%. Always watching my stop losses by managing risk. Right now, the most I could lose, right? Like this trade, you can go over it. This trade at 493, I can only lose about 4% at 5% of it, as you can see. 5% of 1875 would be $90. Okay, this trade, I almost could. You know what? This trade, I'll move into break even because we're at 469. See this? This trade can't lose money unless it falls through my stop loss. But now I got market sells on those, and there you go. That's locked in for profit. This trade I just switched up to. And what you're doing is you're always managing risk. See, this is 0.73. We're going to go down to 5% on that. So we're going to shave off 2% of risk as we keep moving forward. So now we only have 10% risk on this, on basically $3,000 in Atom, a little over $3,000, $33.75 in Atom, which puts us at about, $300 loss, right? And then we have very close to break even on XRP. We're at break even. So we can only lose $300 now at this point. And we have, look, 3,000, 6,000, 8,500, and another 3,000, and that we have about $12,000 out at risk right now, and we could easily, and we have the risk managed completely. And that's why we play from positions of strength. We're studying all our entries for perfection. Taking every entry serious as if it's my last dollar. Like, it's like it has to make it, has to go where it's supposed to go, right? So account you could see was at 14,300 or something last week. We're sitting at 15,000, and we're going to keep growing this account. You guys are going to see it happen in real time. And look, the futures account up to 300. Interesting. Yeah, you're right on that funding. I'm going to have to look at that because it said I was up $150. I thought the account would be all the way up to 450. And interesting. But we did triple the money, $100 to $300. So Omacy Go continue to go. All right, so now I'm a little worried about dominance pumping. It's got my goat a little bit. Made some good trades. Feel like it's time to kind of just take a breather. Bitcoin going back up. See, so we entered the leverage trade, right, at 15.75, 18.575, and basically you just play these bullish patterns. Now it's going to ride up with the 21-day moving average. It kissed it, which is all you need is for it to come to it, and that's bullish, man. And we're going to keep rocking up on this parabola. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just keep using the MACD on the 1 minute. You draw bullish patterns and you get in when they break out or at the bottom of the trend line. Here I'm not as aggressive as I would be on a 4-hour chart. I wait for confirmations a lot more on the 1 minute when I'm trading leverage. And the reason is because you're trading leverage and you want it to be perfecto, right? So like even right now, this blue line hasn't curved yet. There's a chance. Oh, there it is. But we want to see the aggressive curve. And there would be real confirmation. A lot of times what I do is I open the trade at breakout with half of the money, and then I complete the trade when the blue line crosses with the other half of the money. And then I just get out together at the target. And they're both leverage trades, and they just, they tend to work out that way. So looks like Bitcoin's going to go hit my target pretty simply. The target's actually higher than that. I'm just trying to be conservative for you guys. And there you go. Hi, Sam. So I thought I had to do what I wanted to do with Bitcoin, but missed. So I thought to hold one YFDI and trade the dips on the second. Then maybe I finally earned my first Bitcoin. Thoughts? You know what? There's a chance that YFDI gives you your first Bitcoin. There's a really good chance. Sam, can you look at Qtum pretty please with a cherry on top? Yes, of course. I can. Anything for you. Everyone thinks Bitcoin is headed to 20K and beyond. Curious about your target price. Where do you think we're going to hit? Right now I'm at 19.4. I'm not going to really go above that. All I can print is the earliest price target and tell you where that's going to hit. Like just like this. See how we drew the bull flag and I can tell you it's going to get up to here? That's all I can do on the leverage trade. Right? There's not much more I can do. And now with the leverage trade, you can see we've already established we're now up, about to achieve 30% gains. In only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, we should be making 30% gains on the 34x leverage. We're actually already up 15% because we have 0.55%, a little more than 15% at 0.55% times the 34x leverage. You can understand the math there because we're 0.5%, you times it by 30, and that gives you 15. Basically dividing 30 in half. So now the leverage trade going well. We have our cross on the MACD established. You can see half the move comes in the pink. That's why we say buy in the pink with the blue line curving up, and things are going to kind of continue on their way with these trades. This is going to pull up all the USDT pairs. If you're in a BTC pair and you weren't working money, it's because you're battling Bitcoin. Okay, you're battling Bitcoin, and that's the reason. Okay. Anyway, so Bitcoin, man, doing beautifully today. Very, very proud of it. Very, very proud of it. Let me get into my trades and focus for a second on what's going on. And I will get to Qtum, and then I'll take your questions and your answer. And I'll take your questions. We'll get into the hot topics of the day, and we'll have some fun. What up, Muser? XRP is looking good, man. Yes, it is. Morning lifers. What up, Mohit? Yep, got in, sold UNI this morning and just sold XRP. Binance coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the trades chat somewhere else. Hold on one second. Gotta pull out the chat. If you're new to YouTube Studios or YouTube, you go to YouTube Studios, you go to your videos, go to your live section. Here you're going to be able to get a shareable link. I didn't even think I did that today, which is, I'm so tired. Funny. Didn't even promote myself. Put that into the chat. I usually send it to a few other chat rooms as well, so people know that I'm live. All right. This Telegram group is blowing up. 76 members. We have 3 online. You can see how much action has been going on. We were leverage trading all night long. I was just posting leverage trade after leverage trade. Hear me at 4 in the morning, in at 18.3, out at 361, 11%. See that? Like, it just didn't stop, honestly. And I kept showing everybody what was happening chart by chart. I just kept showing you guys, you know, here's another 4%, you know. Those are the same trade, actually. Hadouken jumped up in there. He was getting it in with Ethereum. I made another 19% here. Got into 18.2, sold it at 18.31. You can always get back in, you know. You're always going to have a chance to get back in. The average trader is freaking out. And I told you, right, we should enter the leverage trade because the MACD turned. And now we're up again another 30%. I just sit here on the 1 minute and super calmly buy when we're low on the RSI and sell when the thing's high. It's like, it's child's play. It's an ATM during a bull market. I'm serious. Like, it's seriously an ATM, guys. It's absolutely insane. So as long as you got your wits about you and you're super calm about it and you're patient and you just wait for this blue line to come up, you do simple MACD RSI trading, like you do simple pattern RSI MACD trading, and you involve the moving averages. Like, you can see you're going to bounce now. Eventually, when we have our big fall and we break through these moving averages, what we're going to come to is, I'm going to show you, we're always going to come to the 200. Here was a big fall. What did we end up touching? The 200. And then you're going to see a place, okay, right here. And what you're going to see is, you're going to see that we're at the 200, and then my calling, which I always talk about, which is right here. We're bouncing off the 200, and then we have the blue line curving in the pink. And that would have been a good established place to get in to the move. You would have got this first big jump, and then you would have seen you had another blue line curving, telling you not to get out. You also had the 200-day moving average telling you that that's going to support you. It did it here as well. And then you rode this ride up, and you sold. Why did you sell? Because, like I say, the price always comes back to the 21-day moving average. So when you're that high away from the 21-day moving average, you use that knowledge. Here we're high, we came back. Here we're a little high, we came back. It doesn't matter. Here we're a little high, we came back. You see what I'm talking about? And then you wait for the trade to come back down, and look. Then what happens again is it bounces off the 200-day moving average. You see it? This is the yellow one. Hard to see, but it bounces below it, comes back up, and then here's your trade. Enter again. You enter when you bounce off the 200-day, and the pink line is curving. And then you get into the trade here, and you ride this up. And you might get in at basically right here at the bottom of the trend line at 18,100, and you ride that trade up to about 18,342. And then when you see the blue line curving, that's going to tell you, oh, and you close the trade. Now you fall below all the moving averages. At that point, you wait, and it snaps back, and now you do these things. Now you know the price doesn't ever get below the 21, just like it never gets too high. So you wait for the price to get a little farther away from the 21, and when you see the blue line curving, you enter the trade. And the RSI will be low at that point, and even now you throw in the divergence. I'm telling you, now the divergence comes in. Now you see that the price is far sharper than the move in the RSI, and that gives you your indication as well, and you know you're going to snap back to the 21-day moving average. You're not worried. So when you see price falling, you actually have a wall. You know where price doesn't want to fall anymore. It's absolutely insane. And then you ride this up. At this point, you would see you got really high in the MACD, you were curving, and you should get out of the trade. And that's what we did earlier. And then we opened up another one right around here because we were getting away from the 21-day moving average. And I said, we'll snap back to it. Then you come up and look, what do we bounce off of? The 200-day, the yellow one. And it's just going to keep happening. The same thing over and over again. I studied it to the point of no return. Like, I put my whole mode into it. Now you would sell at the target. See the target that we hit at 18,690? You sell at my target. Of course, I wasn't paying attention. And we should bounce off the 21-day moving average. If not, we're going to come back down, reset ourselves, and probably come and bounce off of the 200 and begin our next move up. And if we don't and we keep falling, we're bearish, we close trades and we begin to short. And that's all it is. Now you would wait for this to curl back, so you would cancel this trade out. I would cancel the trade out because it usually comes back down. But anyway, we would have hit our target and gotten out of the trade. And that's basically how you trade leverage. I hope you got a really good understanding of that. Really broke it down, honestly, how the moving average go in and out and how you make it happen. Okay, now I'm going to bust out the chat the right way because the chat I have isn't working too well. Restream is supposed to give me all the chats from all different places, meaning I'm on, because right now we're on Twitch. We're also on Facebook Live, and we're going to 3 different places as well. So let's get into it. Jesse B, how's everybody doing? Mel Hit. I'm going to get into the chat really right now. Sorry I was a little late in with the chat, but we had to break down what was going on for Bitcoin, how to give everyone the idea, and show you guys how to leverage trade. You just set your, see how we hit my first green line? It's insane. You just take profits at support and resistance. Kelly, Bitcoin passed previous high. Yep. Around moving averages. Newbie here. Stella Kleikert. Love that. Love that. Love Stella. Love that name. Making the movement move. Yo, what's going on? Making the movement move, man. I really like that name. Shout out to you. There's enough abundance for all of us. Yes, there really is. I like you. I like this guy. Hey, Sam, I mentioned I went into YFDI and it's at 2,443, so I'm finally up on one. But since I missed on Bitcoin, I'm about to go for a second YFDI so I can hold one and trade dips on the second. Thoughts? I mean, that's an all right thought. I think you could just trade them both, though, in my opinion. But I see what you're saying. I think that is logically, maybe your quickest chance to one Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin, Link, and Ethereum. Am I doing okay? You're doing amazing. You have you could ride the whole bull market with just those 4. Coins are like kids, guys. Don't have too many. I've been a Bitcoin holder since February 2018. There you go. I don't want to hodl anymore. Yeah. Well, now hopefully you're back in profits finally. Small cap, all shorts are safe. Bitcoin is ripping with Bitcoin. It'll drain also. Once Bitcoin tops and begins to plummet hard, it'll add to your shorts. Safest play in my opinion. Everyone thinks Bitcoin is headed to 20K and beyond. Curious what? Yeah, so our target price is 19.4 right now. That's what we're going for. And you can see now the trade is starting to go pink and the blue line is going to curve. When you see that, you're going to snatch it back up again. See what I'm saying, guys? It's just the same thing over and over again. It's almost draining because you know you have to get into the trade because it wants you to get in. You're like, okay, I got to get into the trade here. Did you guys like the... I used to have like a TV around me. I thought it was kind of cool. Let me see. I used to have like this TV around me. It's like another little brander. Pretty cool. Can't see the pool as well now though, right? There's a pool, guys. Like, beautiful pool out there. Okay, XRP looking good. Morning lifers. Getting on XRP last night. Sold Uni this morning and just sold XRP. Dominance coming in. Another couple good trades. Hey there, Fritz Lang. What's going on, Fritz? Made $100 a day at least. Awesome. You know, another pop in XXI. Trimmed half the position yesterday during the stream. We'll hang on to the remaining half position for the next leg up. I need to get my futures game going too. It's been like taking candy from a baby. It really has. It's insane. Sup Theo, Algo. Hey Muser, morning Jesse, what's everybody, Lifer Gang? Okay, what a week, Lifer Gang strong, yes. Okay, we're all caught up. Now someone asked for some tickers here. Someone said, could you go over Qtum pretty please? Let's do that for you. Actually, let me just go over OMG because I'm up 200. Thinking of just taking that trade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my stop loss here to 6%, so I take that. That trade I'm going to take down. I don't take every trade down, but most trades. So that trade now is basically, it's at 347.8, and I have my stop loss at 346. Worst comes to worst, I'm going to take that trade. See, Uni was up $70. I should have taken it down. Now I'm going to have to hold that. So that was a quick scalp last night. Only down 11. We're going to have to take a look at UNI before I reassess. A little bit of a pullback too. XRP was up more, up 4% right now. Might take that trade down too. So it'd be a $300 day at the very least, right? So we'll take that trade down as well. XRP 4% stop loss. And now no matter what, we're going to make it. We're going to have a $300 day, you know, basically. And that's the plan, is just to make sure that you could post profits, man. Always about posting profits. And then last night we made about $200 leverage trading, so a $500 day on Friday. Can't complain. And we don't even know what else will come to us today, like, and where we're going to end up. More opportunity, more trades, a lot of volume, and that's the plan. So let's take a look at QDM, just because I'm so nice. Before I even need to look at my own trade, I'll look at your question, and that's who I am. When I'm tired, I tend to be even nicer. So you got me when I'm tired. Okay, so what do we see here on the 1 minute? We see a beautiful entry, obviously. I would enter a leverage trade right now on QDM because we have hidden bullish divergence. I mean, we have bullish divergence. You have swing up on the RSI, swing down right here. This is your entry. I feel like I just say the same thing over and over again. I see the same things in all the different charts. And you have the blue line about to cross. This will be a perfect, beautiful entry for QDM. Let me look at the daily and try to get an understanding of where we're at. Okay, so QDM's in the dumps, which is really good. This is accumulation. This is Wyckoff accumulation. This is basically down. Probably going to pump, and you can see it likes to pump. This is, to me, a giant cup. So, wow, this is interesting for sure. For sure, a giant cup, man. Like, it's just wow. Breathtaking, really. Yeah, it's telling you, wow, this is one of the most hurt coins in the game. So I can see why you guys are bringing it up. It's kind of a smart play. So here's the cup that we're in. And there's your handle, in my opinion. That's a cup and handle. If you didn't know, that is a cup and handle. Okay? And then you're going to take the neckline here to the cup, to the end of the cup. You're going to bring that out. And we break out of this leg. It gives us that same area of confidence to hit. And we see we have previous resistance in that area. So QDM, in my opinion, looks very bullish. But the daily isn't too strong. Just had a MACD cross. We could explode more. We're not oversold on the daily. These are some good signs. Okay, let's look at the 3-day for some support and resistance lines. So we have, there's our bottom. Wow, look at the volatility though. Absolutely insane, right? And always take profits, guys. You know, things are going to go up, things are going to go down, but always take some profits throughout the day or whatever trade you're in. So you can clearly see we're going to get some resistance up here at 365. But yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of room for this to gap up. You have a bit of you have this line here. Let me get rid of that. No, my old green lines. I changed them to a greener color. So I see the 3-day has a cross, which is very bullish. Let's look. The daily has a MACD cross that already occurred, but the 3-day looks strong, which is a very strong indication of what's coming. So the 3-day is just having a MACD cross. So if you're able to withstand a little bit of a stop loss, because there's a chance, let's see how much lower we can go right now. Now, see, we're overbought here on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is going to want to roll for you. And let's throw in some stochastics on this. Yeah, so the 1 hour stokes, they want to come down. You want to wait for them to roll and come up. You do see the MACD cross. We are coming to the 21-day moving average. Like I show you, when we're pumping, we're going to bounce off that. So focus on that idea. And the only thing is, too, we're in a rising wedge, right? Which is a break, which breaks down 68% of the time. You have to take into account everything that's going on. You can't, like, look at one thing and then negate another. Like, it's like you got to do the work. You got to do the work. I'm not talking to like anyone specific. I'm talking to myself when I say that. Sometimes it sounds like I'm like being I'm not on anyone in the group. I'm saying you just got to do the work. So it says, you know what, we could bounce back up at least. See, this is a pattern trade. I would pattern trade this, and what that means is just trade inside the pattern. You know, 6% gains coming. If it does break out of this, it's going to go parabolic. Okay, it is going to go parabolic. So, but there is a 68% chance that this breaks to the downside, and your target would be all the way back down here to 218. Not too horrible. It could do a retest off that, and that also would, you know, reset the MACD. So right now I wouldn't buy it. You have to watch the MACD and wait for the Stokes to turn up if you're in it. And honestly, it's already did a pretty big move, if you can see on the hourly. Since November 15th, it's up from 195 up to 235, right? So that's 40 on 195. Tell me what, that's what, 32%? 18. I was way off, huh? Wow. Not 20%. Yeah, wait, I said 193 and it went up. It peaked all the way to 244, honestly. That's 50 on 193. Yeah, that's like over 20. It's almost 25%. So it already's made pretty big gains. But you know what? It is making the parabola steps. But now that fall down. So another thing I like to do is I draw the parabola, honestly, because if it's bullish, it will follow a parabola, right? So you draw like a line like so. And if it breaks the parabola, then you also know you're bearish, or it's going to go sideways. You're not just going to get it. Just gives you a better indication of when you can decide to get back in. So there's QDM for you. I hope I did a good job. I hope it makes sense. Start sending me some tickers, guys. What a week so far, Lifer Gang. You look like you're with me in Costa Rica. I know, right? The sun is just... you know what, man? I just took a flight down to Miami. I couldn't take it last night. You know, booked a flight, flew down here. You know, got myself into a little one of those like boutique hotels here with a little... It's really small, not a lot of people around, so I just got, you know... clouds going overhead. It's just a beautiful day. It's funny because the sun is coming in right where the sun is in the picture. It's so funny, man. Sold UNI this morning on the bearish divergence on the 30 minutes. Morning, people. What's up, Hadouken? QTM went over $100 last bull run. That's insane, right? QTM launches DeFi platform today. That's big news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah, sell the news on those. Good thing. There isn't much of anything that Theo Wrench seems a steady growth of that at Theo Wrench. There isn't much of any of that. Seems a steady growth. No, there will be a buy the rumor, sell the news. What are you talking about? It just went down. People definitely sold the news. Once it went to 243, why do you think it's at 234? That was people selling the news. And if this falls out of the pattern, that is also people selling the news. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Dio is right on there. QDM is an ABC correction wave. Listen to them. Algo. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. Have you been over DOT and ETH yet? No, not at all. Guess I was referring to BTC. My bad. Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, I mean, there's no buy the rumor, sell the news with Bitcoin. There's no news. Saying they're gonna update Bitcoin though. Something's going on. Could I have my water and my vitamin D? A little late on that, my love. Sorry. But yeah, my wife brings me my fresh. She prays over my water. Number one, she prays over it, which she changes the frequency, which I truly believe is true. And then, so OMC Go was all the way up to 360 on the pump. You know, finally broke out of this spot. And I was going over this yesterday during a tutoring call. Whoever I was with, I said, we're going to buy the bottom of the pattern here, you know, and that's the plan because we have our double bottom. We're coming back up. I said, all systems go. The 4 hour looked unbelievable, right? Was going to have a MACD cross. The Stokes are getting high on the 4 hour as well. And I bet you, wait, did I get kicked out of the trade? And hopefully we did. 191. So look, I was up to 360. I was probably up 200, way more money last night and didn't end up getting it. You know, 181. We're going to get out of these trades though for at least $300. No matter what, and then we're going to go hold Adam and ETH, and we're going to have a bunch of capital to deploy for the rest of the day. Looks like you're getting vitamin D in that sun, man. Give the man his vitamins, right? Today, Bitcoin was talked about in a positive manner on CNBC for the second time this week. I don't like when they do that, man. That means it's going to freaking go down, right? I love watching these idiots talk about Bitcoin, man. It's like I get like so much joy out of CNBC talking about Bitcoin. Who wants to watch it and laugh? Who wants to watch it and laugh? Like, what's different about the Bitcoin rally?
Exactly is different this time around. Can we believe the rally?
Sure, Dom, and thanks for having me. So the big difference here is March really changed everything. It changed everything from the market microstructure of Bitcoin to really its place in the macro community and how it's viewed. And so you can kind of, I think, summarize it in that the market has changed from speculators to allocators. And so what does that mean, and how, and sort of where are the data points that show towards that? There are really two things you can look at fairly easily. One being the Google search trends indicator, which right now stands about 10. So what does that mean? That means the amount of individuals searching for Bitcoin on Google.
Yeah, whenever CNBC is bullish, it's time to sell.
Which we saw in 2017. The other piece of data, which is more market data oriented, is really around the markets in which Bitcoin's being traded. So if you look at the ratio of spot volumes to derivative volumes from just January. So again, this shows how dramatically March changed the market. From just January, we went from a 6-to-1 ratio derivatives to spot. We're now down to a 3-to-1 ratio, and spot volumes have exploded by 200%. And so what does that mean? That means we have a much better version of price discovery in Bitcoin. It also means those are more likely institutional buyers versus retail levered buyers. And if you kind of dig a layer deeper in the derivatives market, you notice that most of that derivatives flow has transitioned from crypto native exchanges of 2017 to institutional products like the CME. And so I think really firmly indicates that retail's actually missed out on this rally this year. It's been primarily and firmly an institutional bid.
Institutional,
right,
baby.
So Mike, then let's take us through
smart
how,
money,
as an
man.
Institutional trader, you actually participate in this market. How exactly do you get exposure? Do you just buy wholesale right now? Do you leg in? What's the move?
I like that. I like this.
So you can take it any which way, right? Whether you buy a block of it now, it depends on your timeline, dollar cost average. There's an enormous amount of fiat on ramps.
Block to our capital.
Really, in essence, create
I'm gonna make my own
a
capital hedge fund
sandbox for people to play within, right? And so you've got whether it be PayPal, whether it be Square. You have even the largest bank in Singapore, for example, DBS, is now launching a crypto spot exchange. And so there are many different ways to play it. From a retail perspective, the safest and easiest way to do it are through apps like Coinbase or, again, Square, if you think about, or PayPal actually just initiated their service last week. Seamless. I tried it myself. It was fantastic.
All right, and before we let you go, we just got about 30 seconds here left, Mike. As you take a look at the way things are moving right now, what scares you the most about the price action?
So I think with any run like we've had, it's been a fairly linear bull run for Bitcoin. I think towards the tail end, and particularly as we recapture the highs of 2020, or of 2017 at 20,000, you're going to see this sort of blow off top. And that'll be really a function of speculators starting to re-enter the market. And you know, that in essence will bring us up to a level that, you know, we can throw out price targets. I don't think I'm as excitable or as exciting as the $300,000 price target of Citigroup, but we could get ourselves to $25,000, $30,000 very quickly. At which point, depending on broader risk assets, we could see a drawback. But again, I think a full rebase and a steady bid through 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, they're bullish. He's an institutional trader, dude, with a little bit of a kind of a macro investing addition to that too. So CB is sending that sell signal for sure. They suck in retail. They do though. They buy, create the rumor, and sell the news. That's what they're doing, man. Right? Freaking weirdos. Anyway, I'm gonna stay in the OMC Go trade. I feel like it's gonna bounce off of support and resistance. There's a chance that my stop loss actually doesn't get hit, and I can keep riding this. Check out the 1 minute. Stokes about to twist over, going sideways. Why you check out the 1 minute? Because you got to see the health of the move. You got to see what kind of pattern it's forming. That's going to tell you if it's going to be bullish or not. Is it forming a bullish or a bearish pattern? Is it going to get bullish, break out of the falling wedge? Could get a little lower. We do see a double bottom there, telling you that may be it. May see OMC go right back up to a target here of 360. So 348 to 360 on OMC Go. I can see a player with a drive Bitcoin up, then dump it. Grayscale alone has bought 33% of Bitcoin since January. Cause a dump and then buy back even more Bitcoin at lower prices than before. Yes and no. I feel like there's just too much speculation watching Bitcoin at the moment. Too many people heavily invested into Bitcoin. Too many macro investors watching bigger trends. And as this makes sense, later on today, guys, I'm going to put out a video. I'm going to show you the pullbacks during the 2017 bull run. And I'm going to show you how much Bitcoin pulls back during the 2017 bull run. And what can we expect as we head into more volatility in the coming weeks ahead. So really watching this OMC Go trade. It's about to close at 182. Want to see that close out. Okay. Come on. I can't stand. There's a lot of slippage in this program. There we go. Get out. Get me out. Come on. No, I didn't get out. Amazing. I'm on that line though. I'm only 0.06 cents away from the close of the stop. Let's look at UNI. I want to see if it's time to re-enter UNI. Greed is at 94. That's when stupid money usually gets in. Yeah, I agree. It's time to kind of slow down the positions. I'm really thinking of selling one whole Bitcoin, or at least a lot, but I'm just waiting for this. I think 19,420. I think we're going to break 20K before we decide to come back down. I just think that's what's going to happen. I shouldn't say I think. That's what the charts are showing me. But again, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't claim to know. All I do is watch the charts. The charts tell me what's going on. If they cause a dump, they would end up with even more Bitcoin because the stupid people get shaky hands and fleet. Yeah, they can shake us out. Yeah, they'll shake the weak money out. It's exactly what we're going to do. Wow, the stochastics looks like we're going to hold. There's a chance that I hold my stop loss there. Insane, right? Because look, we bottomed higher high. Now we're breaking above the moving average. It gets scooped up by the moving average. They're magnets. Once price gets into them, it gets sucked into them and it has to kind of fall through them. Like, see, price is coming up. They're like, come on, join us. Come into the moving average game. And he's like, no, I'm afraid. No, come on in. And once he's in, they got him. Now they surround him. And then he's trying to swims out and he gets out to the top. And then they're like, come back, man. And they suck him back in. See how the moving average is in the price? Jesse asked for algo. Cool, man. Thank you for saying that. Let's look at algorithms. Algo is based in Boston. I tried to get a job there. I sent my resume to them. We'll see what happens. Have no real experience in blockchain. I just said I'm super passionate about coins, and they're based in my hometown. And hey, you never know, right? So anyway, the 1 minute looking like it could come down. Let's look at the big picture. So I'm going to show you guys how exactly I trade right off the bat. So you can see everything's kind of in these strange cup and handles. Wow. This thing is interesting. I feel like it's going to form a giant double bottom. Right? So we have this giant cup here. Now, cups are good. Cups tell you that there's big moves coming because they tell you that there's a long accumulation. Maybe we're in a giant cup. Like this. Okay. This is what I think we're doing, honestly. And as the bull market progresses, this angle should get a little more sharp than it was before. It's funny how shapes let you know how they want to sit. Like they look a certain way. They look better in a certain... Right there. That's it. You can see it. You can finally get the feel of it. Now, okay, let's hit our support and resistance lines. Every time you start, guys, just hit your support and resistance lines. It's pretty simple. OMC Go, man, didn't hit my stop loss. I may get lucky with that 463, man. There's a chance that I never get hit. It's insane when you're really sharp with your price action, how lucky you get. When you don't put the stop loss, it falls right through, right? See that? It's Murphy's Law, man. I stick to that. I think I mentioned someone saying that in the chat recently. So wow, this thing was all the way up at 360. I'm seeing something like that, and this is 27 cents. So the daily, man. Also can see on the Fibonacci retracement came back down. You can see clearly to like the 886 or the 706. And you can see how I pull fibs a lot, but you almost don't. I see guys doing a lot more work to achieve the same profit that I'm hitting. I'm going to break down that OMC Go trade just for 1 second, and then I'll get back into algo for a second. Sorry about that, Jesse. I got in late to the stream. I assume you went over Bitcoin first thing. Yeah, of course. Of course. Dude, I was up till 4 a.m. and I'm still here. Absolutely insane, right? Okay, so the reason why I want to look at OMC Go is I see people doing a lot of craziness. And you know what? It's fine. They can do whatever they want. I just wanted to point something out. Now, for the trade, all I did was just draw, you know, a pennant, buy the bottom of the pennant, and then sell when things got oversold on the 1 hour, right? It's kind of simple. Like, and then, you know, project that this is probably going to come down because that's what happens in the Stokes. But anyway, we're going up anyway, which is interesting. You can then go back to the 1 minute and see, oh, well, the 1 minute wants a little spike action out of this pattern, and now it's breaking. The 1 minute's breaking this pattern. It looks like it could come up. That could be a scalp. So my point is, I see people draw fib extensions and do all, like, they do 100 things just to do the same thing I'm doing, which is draw a pattern, buy the bottom of it with the MACD, and then sell at support and resistance. Support and resistance comes from Fibonacci levels, you know. Yes, when you're in price discovery, you need to do extensions and you need to find things, and I'm not saying it's not, but what I'm saying is you can achieve a lot of these gains with way less information. That's all I'm saying. Entry in Uni at 350. I got in late to the stream. I assume you went in there. Let's get back into algo. Sorry about that I had to skip out of that for a second, but I just wanted to break that down for you guys. Man, the sun is bright in my eyes. I'm going to play one of my favorite songs in the background right now. If you're familiar with Kasky, I'm going to just put him out there, man. Shout out to Kasky. If he saw this, he'd probably be hyped that I'm like hitting him up in a crypto world, but I deserve this, right? Now, his dad blew himself away when this guy was like 14, and it's been messing with him for a while, so he put a song about it, you know? Anyway, shout out to Kasky, shout out to rappers, shout out to hip-hop. Let's go. 196, 109. We're destined to take $300 off the table and more. So
I'm feeling so many things inside.
I deserve this. Money brings tears to my eyes. I deserve this. You know what you've been through. You understand what it took. But they're throwing at me when they should just pray, but it's still all good. I deserve this. Money do so much. I've been worsted. Didn't think it this far. Worsted to me. Until I live. Did me. Survivor. Just one more time. So much. So check it out. We're looking at algorithm. Okay, it came up to the target. You can see that and got sold back down. People are taking their profits quickly. You can see that Bitcoin is still the elephant in the room for a lot of people right now, and you have to keep that in mind. And I think that's what's going on. So take your profits. You can see even me, like Uni went up and down pretty quick. People are in and out of a lot of different things. So look like algo's coming up. Look at the 4-hour Stokes. They want to curl back down. Usually they do double top. You might get some more action. Also, look at the 200-day moving average. Once we break above it, we usually come back down for a bounce. Let me prove it to you, right? We break above it here. Look, here we break above it. We come back to it. Here we break above it pretty high. We come back low. We come back above it again. We're always going to play with it before a big move, right? Good call. Ain't no fumbling up. At 28 cents right now, algo is looking strong. Let's look at the daily for you. The daily is starting to coil up. Okay. My thing is, it's got to respect this parabola, right? The second it breaks this parabola, it could get back down to the 0.886. We gotta hope that it holds this level here. The daily's got Stokes turning down on you, right? And not a lot of momentum as far as the MACD. So to me, it's one of the few that hasn't broken its trend that it's been in since September 6th. You can see it really still isn't above that trend line, in my opinion. It needs to break above the 706 and probably will get rejected by the 618 at 35. So algo, it's not too healthy, man. I'm gonna give it kind of it's on the edge right now. It is in this way. It is wedged up. We could say, okay, it's wedged, so it's coiling up, and it did get a nice pop. Did get a nice pop on the 4 hour, like when we break it down, right? But to me, that was the trade. Now we got to see what's going on with Bitcoin, and let's take a look at bitty 186669. So doing good on the leverage trade. See, now we're gonna break above next support and resistance, and that's how this works. And we just call, all you do is just, you got to call these bull flags and call them the way they are and play them. It's uncanny how this works. Now the Stokes curling back up. MACD's about to turn. This is where you enter a leverage trade yet again, where the price hits the 200-day moving average. You get the MACD curving. You're going to see the pink. You want to keep watching this, but when this starts to curve, the Stokes are looking good for you. Everything kind of running. This is where you would open up yet another leverage trade, okay? The reason is because it's hitting the 21-day moving average. The MACD is about to turn, so you want to jump into Bitcoin yet again on this because it's continuing its tear. So it's a Bitcoin day, in my opinion. You can see it's forming an ascending triangle. To me, that is the bottom of the pattern, just something like this. And it's about to fly right out of this pattern too, getting coiled up into the head. MACD cross coming. Very, very interesting to see this. So yeah, to me, 18.7 looks like it's going to be an entry for our way to 19,000. So looks like we're going to 19,000 very, very quickly. And again, that's why we're in USDT pairs. This is going to take the USDT pairs all the way up. Okay. The Bitcoin pairs, they might not fare as well today as your BTC pairs. So remember that. Remember what pairs you're in, because it's not, that's even a game you have to play. It's not easy. But look, the MACD about to cross, Stokes looking good. I'm going to enter a leverage trade. Goodbye. Looks like some type of, advertising call. Okay, so yeah, you would enter your leverage trade right now. 18,683 to me, it's wedged up, and you can put your stop loss right here below this trend line. And if it breaks down, then it's going to break down. But this is bullish to me, very extremely bullish. Still moving up, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take the target of this. So all I'm doing is drawing patterns, taking targets. It's bullish until it's not. It's bearish until it's not. Like you just listen to what the chart tells you. There's no emotions here. I'm not saying, oh, Bitcoin has to go. It has to do it. Honestly, I think Bitcoin needs to pull back. Logically, if I was using just logic, I would have sold Bitcoin a long time ago. But the charts are telling me that I don't have to, and that's what I don't understand. But I'm not gonna go against that. I'm just gonna play the charts because that's how I play the charts every day, up and down. That's how I'm gonna play the charts. So 18,675. Yeah. Trying to tell me I need a KYC, or I'm like, dude, come on. Oh, so now look, it broke out of the pattern. So now what we have to suggest is that, okay, we didn't get our cross. So now I would wait for the entry. And I'd extend the pattern a little bit like this. Now we're just going to come back down. Maybe we want to test the pattern a little lower. Now we're breaking below the 21. Usually on a bull run, we're going to snap back to it. So that would also tell you it's a good time to buy. The Stokes double bottom as well. So you're going to buy on the double bottom of that Stoke. So now I think this is a perfect entry. 18,068. Keep coming back down. Keep coming back down. It's going to reset that MACD. And this is how you leverage trade. You're just going to wait one more time for Bitcoin to get up in that pocket. Okay, let me look at the chat. I lost it. There it is. Shout out to everyone in the chat. XRP Muser, Hadouken, Kelly Jones, Marafro, Theo the Wrench, Fritz Lang, Jesse B, Kelly Jones, yet again, Muser, Jesse B, Fritz Lang, Mohit Singla, you're the man, Ricky the Investor, XRP looking good. Yes, it is. Love learning. Thank you so much for all your support, Denise. Stella Kaikart, awesome to see a newbie. Colin Unger, making the movement move. Really good to see you in here. I love your name. That's so awesome. Don Olamido, what's going on? Dora Olamido, yeah, what's going on? That's my man. Ross Cush, Mel Hyatt, what's going on, Mel Hyatt? How's everybody doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I did go over algo for like a nice 10 minutes for you. Someone asked me to do it for you, so I did it for you. Theo put it in order some merch this weekend. I need a hoodie. That'd be dope, man. You're the man. Dude, if you guys start posting pictures of your Crypto Lifer shirts, I'm going to freak out. Like, that's going to make me freak out. Like, swear to God. So there's your bounce off of the bottom. There's your Stokes. Now we're going to enter the trade, right? Because we got confirmation, and we're about to get across on that. So we're going to open up a derivatives trade here. 18672. We're only going to use 50% of the derivatives. You're going to hit take profit, stop loss. Take profit is at 19,400, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. 19,400 on the take profit. And your stop loss, we're going to move to about, let's say, I want to be at like 18,000 even. Okay. And we are going to position ourselves at 18,686. If we're lucky. Up 672 is even better. 673 we're going to go in for. We're going to go in for 50%. And we're going to go in for 34x leverage. And we're going to buy, hold on, it's going down. Actually, let me check the chart. Let me check the chart right now. And actually, it's not perfect time to buy it. I still got to wait for this blue line to curve up. We are at the bottom of the trend line now, though. So I'm going to wait for my entry. I can perfect a better entry. Got to wait for this MACD to turn pink, and then make our blue line turn. So we're just going to sit here and watch this zoomed in. When this turns up, that's when you know it's going to be your perfect entry. So 16, we almost got caught up at 18.68, and we don't want to do that. On a leverage trade, the entry has to be almost perfect every time, which is crazy, but it can be done as long as you sit here and be really patient. No worries. No worries. I feel you. You can go back. It's in there. It's in there. It's not too far from where we're at. If you go back like 10 minutes, you're going to see like a rising wedge on that. So that was our entry. We got our curve. I think it's curving up now. So that was, I should have went in on the low there. Now I'm going to get in at 688, right? Up 673, coming back. I like 673. I'm going to try to get in there. %, leverage. Once I get into this trade, I'll get back to the tickers. That was your buy down there at 650 if you're able to catch it, in my opinion. And this should start to fly now. See, the curve is coming. 18.6. Might have to go. Wow, see, it goes fast when it's rocking. It's really hard to get it. And then you have to change the position size too. It's hard. It's way harder than it is on my computer, on my laptop. It's like my little fingers are making it really difficult to get in to the trade. Oh my God. 717. And then you have to put your take profit in again. It keeps disappearing. It's really annoying, honestly. I find this really annoying. trying to get into a leverage trade sometimes is and that was the move. We already should have got in at 750 and popped, you know. So back to 713. So I want to get in at like 720 here. All right, we got our order in. We got our position. 1720. 1817.20. Liquidation price 17,767. Stop loss at 18,000. And there you go, right? And we rock it. And there you go. And now you're just going to rock this till it gets back up. And then what we can do is we put an alert up here on the Stokes, right? Add the alert, and I should get an alert when the stochastics get up here. And you know what? You could even almost do something like this. Like, I've never done this before, but maybe I put an alert here up on the MACD. Kind of interesting. Like, I could maybe MACD, look at the last time it crossed and went up that high. So if I put an alert right here, you're hoping maybe the MACD will come up and hit that line as well. That would kind of give me an indication that it's time to get out of the trade. So there you go. We're already in profits. Oh no, it's 700. Yeah, I should have went lower on that low. But anyway, I'm looking at this wedge, and I figure we're going to go up, and we're going to break out of it parabolically. It is a rising wedge now, but I think it's happening. But yes, I think it's more of an ascending triangle. Very interesting. Okay. That's out of the way now. We can focus. But that's how you leverage trade, man. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's the plan, right? Okay. Yo, what's going on, BS Social Swap, man? Shout out to you, man. We killed it last night together, man. So awesome. Yeah. ETH. Let's go over ETH. Yeah, Theo, give me some tickers, man. Get me running. Get me back into the energy. Give me that vibe. I need the vibe from you guys. I'm on no sleep at all. So 210. Look at almost go. Didn't hit my stop loss. Unreal. I was literally 0.06 away. Hey, when you're willing to take it, you get it, right? Isn't that funny? Well, you know, it's funny because what the stop loss told the universe is that I'm willing to receive money. I wanted to receive money. So I raised my stop loss. I said, please give me money. And then the universe said, oh, you want money? I'll give you more money. You get it? Now, when you lower your stop loss, you're telling the universe that you don't want money. You want it to go the other way, right? So it's kind of an interesting theory, right? And I'm not saying that like it's controlling of all things, but it's more of like the attraction theory, right? And there you go. There's your cross. There's your Stokes. Things starting to rock up for you. So let's look at ETH, man. Let's look at DOT. 531. Beautiful DOT, huh? Beautiful, beautiful DOT. 1 minute looking really healthy. I think we're going to start seeing a real resurgence in these altcoins up into this weekend. I think this will be a weekend jam. Really, really hot to trot. Funny to say those words. But boom, guys, if you want to make a scalp right now, this is looking like it's about to fly right now on DOT. So if you'd like to scalp DOT, there's your entry. There's your target. Looks like we'll have some resistance here at 530. And then we're up here as well. Boom. 2% gains. You use 10x leverage, 5x leverage. 5x leverage, you're making 10%. So I wouldn't do more than 10x on this. 5 to 10x leverage is your entry right now for DOT if you want to take a hit. This is your shot. Giving you guys gems. I mean, that's a gem right there. So alert on Bitcoin. So what was my alert on Bitcoin that I put out there? I put this line that would cross this line. Is that? Oh yeah, the Stokes would get that high. So when the Stokes get that high, that was the plan, right? That the trade would be kind of starting to cook. 714. So now it looks like we're going to come back down and we're going to do this until we bust out. So you just got to kind of wait. This trade didn't go perfectly. We would have gotten down here at 621. My little fingers were fumbling too fast. That was the idea. And then you could have sold right around now. That was the plan, honestly, on the leverage. 34x leverage. Let's see how much we would have made on the trade. Yeah, we would have gone our 0.6%, another 15% out of that one little move, you know? And using like $300, you're just taking $30. That's actually, that's about $45, right? So taking $45, and it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. So you're making $45 in 10 minutes. A lot of people make $30, $40 in an hour if they're having a good job. So you're making 45 in 10 minutes. It just, I'm just putting things in perspective. And the thing is, you're doing it off of this oscillator. You're calmly nailing it. And see how it wasn't so easy to get the bottom? I'm going to have to watch a leverage trader. Like, there's probably quicker ways to go in and out of the leverage trades. What up, gang? I won't make the stream today. We're having an early Thanksgiving with the fam today. Happy trading. Anybody take PEC stock I called yesterday? Boomed up 12% today. Nice call on that. Hey, Mo, any tickers you want me to go over? I'm kind of ready for you, man. It's Movember time, right? So nice, man. Just came home. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Let's go over ETH for Theo. Theo, I'm not saying I love you all, but each and every one of you does something different for the group that's unique and interesting. And Theo does so much for the group. And I just want to shout him out and say thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for bringing us sharing. Even if we may have just glanced over it, I feel like you put the microphone, you put the magnifying glass on it for us and really let us know what's up. So ETH's now doing what I saw Bitcoin doing when Bitcoin was on its run-ups, and that's these big wicks, inverse head and shoulders. And again, you just play the same patterns over and over again. I sound like a broken record, but that's an inverse head and shoulder. All you can do is say that is bullish because it is. 68% of the time it breaks out. You're going to draw your target here like so. You're going to put it up here. That also hits with previous resistance, which you're going to take profit in if you were into a leveraged scalp. So it looks like you could leverage ETH on the move right now, up 1%. You could 30x this and get 30% gains coming out of ETH. Look like it's going to form, I think, this shoulder here, something like this, and then, maybe a retest and a breakout. So look for ETH to get to 510, not too long from now, maybe in an hour, 2 hours. That's what I'm thinking is happening for ETH. Just based on this chart alone, what I see the Stokes about to reset too. So this is actually the time you would want to open the leverage trade for ETH. You want to wait for this blue line to curve. The same thing I've been showing you over and over again. Look at the Stokes, make sure the Stokes curve up. When you see the Stokes and the MACD doing your thing. And again, do we see any bullish divergence? Not really, but again, MACD, RSI can stay, doesn't have to get oversold all the time as long as things are pretty bullish, especially on a bigger asset. So keep that in mind. Thank you for your awesome information, Theo. Yeah. CVC. I'll go over CVC for you. Let's check it out. What's the time we got going on right now? It is 10:54. I'm out of here at like 11:15 today, guys. So 20 more minutes. Gonna make it short and sweet. 2 hours is short and sweet, I guess. But hey, for me it is. And look at that. 670 coming back down to the bottom of the pattern like we thought it would. And that's your second time to enter the leverage trade. So you would double up right now because the high, that's not going to be as low as the first low. So you first get in at 623. Now you double up into the leverage trade. And that's how these trades work, in my opinion, and then you're going to keep riding them and then sell at the top of the target here. Very simple. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't do anything too different. Simple oscillators. Just going with the plan, staying super calm, just doing what the chart tells you to do. Okay, let's look at CVC into my buy zone box here, or my stop loss box. And that's why you always put a stop loss, because it may hit you. It may hit you. Okay, so let's look at this on the daily. I want to clear up this whole chart and start fresh. Okay, now we know CVC has to pop again. I mean, it popped unbelievably large, right? So everyone's going to say, when's the next? Everyone wants to know, like, when's the next pop for CVC? We saw they can do amazing things. It's big in the DeFi space. So I tried to run my hand at it when I saw this happening. And now it always likes to come and touch the 21-day moving average. Look, we touch it here. We touch it here. We touch it here. All time frames do the same thing. Regardless, isn't that funny? They all do the same thing. You can take 1 minute ideas and put them to the daily. They're basically going to happen. So I think we have more downside because we got to touch the 21-day. So we doing our voodoo here, And there's your entry, possibly, right? So we're going to wait. Stochastics are getting reset. MACD is also getting reset on the daily. So this is great. What I like is you never want to have something up here. You have to wait too long to get in. We're in that place where the entry is coming. It's not going to be too far from now. If you stay in the chat and you work with me, BS Social Swap, and we stick with CVC, I think we'll be able to perfect a good buy. I think, guys, we should all hone in on CVC as a team. There's going to be a great buy coming soon. What I see happening for it is this, and this is how you trade, guys. You plan trades. Just like I bring it up to like a lion that's in the tall grass, you know, you're watching the gazelle, you're watching your prey, you know, these trades are your prey, how you make money. Syscoin has had gains of more than 10% for the last few days. Hi, Sam, is there a chance to review YFDI chart? Of course we're going to review YFDI. Kidding me? That thing is my baby at this point. Thing is my baby, man. I put my rent money in, right? I put my last grain of rice in Wi-Fi. If it doesn't go to the moon, I'm gonna starve for the next 30 days. Hey, that's the real crypto lifer. Guy puts it all. Wow, YFDI absolutely exploded. My $2,000 turned into $3,200, guys. Amazing. What a call. If you took my call, congratulations. We're up more than 30% now on YFDI. Unbelievable. Yo. YFDI just continuing its tear. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Didn't think I was going to make $1,000 or $1,200. Now, looks like there could be a pullback coming, and I've been worried about that for a few days, and it's been in the back of my mind. Anyway, CVC. We're going to have this chart up, and we just got to watch it. We just got to watch it. That's it. You know? Yeah, plus the staking rewards. You know, I didn't stake it like a fool. Can you believe that? I was like afraid to stake it. I didn't have the ETH, so I didn't stake it. And I've already had it for 5 days. And so that's already about 1 or 2% I should have made on top. I did, Sam. Just finished my second one on the books. Thank you. Yo, you sold it? You sold it and made money? Love learning. Thank you so much. Yo, please tell me that you took profits. If I see Love Learning just say she took some profits right now, I'm going to jump for joy. It's going to be like one of my happiest moments. Honestly. Just finished my second one on the books. Wow. Oh, you just bought another one. Interesting. I think you should take some profits. I went to stake it on air. Like I was touching the button and I hit the stake, and literally I did try to stake it numerous times. And like right when I went to stake it, it says you have to pay $20. And I was like, why do I have to pay? You know, it's a fee. I bet guys I get the fee back too, and we all pay fees. But at the time I wasn't sure, like, do I want to pay $20? You know, in and out. Now I'm paying. I got kind of cold feet. I've never staked anything, I have to be honest, except for my, I should be staking my Cardano in a pool on an ADIS wallet. I got a bunch of stuff I got to start staking. Yeah, it's a 1.5%. What do you mean you didn't pay to stake? It has a 0.5% to unstake. Yeah, there's a fee, man. So I was like, you know, I was up and I was like, wow, I don't want to pay. But I guess we get the fees. They redistribute the fees, you know? So you should be staking DOT or Kraken for 12%. I like that. You don't stake your ADA? No, can you show me? Yo, I'm a clown. Yo, I'm not going to tell you guys I know it all, okay? Look how much stuff I do all the time, man. Nice ETH call. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I mean, it was all I did. Honestly, like, I don't know if I even make calls. I just read the charts. A lot of people want to take credit. Like, look how good my calls are. Did you take my call? But it's like, this is going to break out, right? Of the neckline here. Boom. There it goes. Come on, baby. Come on. Anyway, so, yeah, like, we can all gloat and say, like, I see, if you took my call yesterday, it's like, dude, like, you just gave everyone the same chart that we all saw. Like, you're not superhuman. You're not amazing. Like, you just read a chart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just reading a chart, guys. Like, I don't know. I'm just showing you exactly what the chart says without my emotions. Yeah, smart move to enter on the shoulder. BS, man, you fine-tuned me. In 5 days of trading with BS Social Swap, this is what it is about. When you find a trader that's better than you, on your level, but has other skills that you don't have, and you sit there and work together. Honestly, in the last 5 days, I've never worked with traders the way I have. It's always been on me in like what I've been doing. Now I'm like, I got Hadouken in there. The guy doesn't stop. Jesse B in there. BS Social Swap. But the last few days, it's been like me and this kid, Ross Kush, right? BS Social Swap and Hadouken. Few people jump in and out, but really, it's been us three. Just freaking like last night, it was us three just getting there. BS Social Swap wasn't there. I wish he was, but he was there the day before. And now I'm literally sitting in the chat and I'm trading my took us off, so to speak. And I'm just in there. I'm in the zone. Look at Omasi Go now, up 242 at 352, right? And now what we can do is we can keep going. We just keep going. And now we're going to raise that stop to a 7% at 349, okay? We're going to take our money no matter what today. We're going to walk away with the funds, right? We're going to do it no matter what. XRP now up. Maybe I should raise my stop again, up to 31. I called XRP for so many people, family, friends. I said, this is it. It's breaking 3-month resistance. It's time for you to get into XRP, is what it is. Ooh, Bitcoin, see, now that negates the trade. And that may actually, that scares me a little bit right there. Are we going to the bottom of the pattern? You know what? The Stokes down here tell me no, we're okay. That was just a sell. Watching that MACD, that scared me for a second. Probably threw a bunch of people off. But as long as we can get this sideways action for a little while, it's just enough for the altcoins to play. You have to be honest. This is like a cat and mouse game. And we're just playing this little game, right? Constantly just scraping. And you can see I'm just going to keep adding. I'm going to keep shaving risk whenever I can. Even if it's a 0.5%. Like, look at this is at 5. I'll make this negative 3.5. Now I'm 1.5 less of my money going to the institutions, trying to get my weak hands out, right? ETH now up at 508. I'm at stop loss, break even. That's going to do well. Probably should have leveraged trade this, you know. Someone's, I wonder why I'm spot trading tiny amounts when I'm not. It's like it doesn't really do much for me. But you know what? What it does is confirms all my suspicions and all my. Hey, that's too loud. That hurt my ears, man. Sorry, guys. Jesus. I don't know why my daughter, she's a tiny little girl, but she bounces around the house like she's a freaking 300-pound bear, dude. Like I'm 180 pounds. I don't make the sound she makes. Absolutely insane. Kids are nuts. YFI from the bottom could go even. What do you mean 512? You mean 51,000? What's 512, 520? Like, you're talking, I don't know what that means. So I can be really sharp, guys, but I just want the information to be clear. That's all. Don't take it personal, but I just like, to me, at 5-1, I think you're saying, you just say YFI from that bottom could go to even 512, 520. You mean 51,000? 52,000? I don't know what you mean. Confused. There we go, bro. There we go. And now I think it's going to break out of the pattern now, in my opinion. That's going to be the move out of the pattern. Yeah, let's see your leverage trades. If you're doing well with the Crypto Lifer, please put a big thumbs up into the comment section below. Let anyone new who's in here, let them know that you've been nailing it and you're doing well. Look at this 50%. This guy, he's got ETH. He made 10% on the call right there on the shoulder. He went 20x on that tiny move. He did it again here. To be able to exchange, need to ask. Okay. It's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a favor request to ask all of you. So I took 2 weeks off of work. My goal is to make more money trading than I make working, or at least work my way towards that consistently, so I can finally whore my labor to serve myself instead of the owner of capital that is not me. Okay. What is the favor? To be able to exchange ideas with other traders in this trade support group Lifer put together for us. I feel more confident in my ability to possibly attain my goal. So for the next 2 weeks, if y'all can have my trading back, I'd very much appreciate it. Hey, you just come in here, man. You see, BS Social Swap has my trading back, and I'm the crypto lifer. So look at the futures trades here by Hadouken. He's up 47% on his Bitcoin in at 18.2 out at 16.5. He's in on BAT. He's in at 19 out at 20 for 46%. He's in again for 10x leverage. He's made another 39% on ETH in at 48 out at 510. He's just beasting it. And there Bitcoin goes out of the pattern. Boom, boom, boom. And that leverage trade is up again. Amazing. We're up another 13%. Like, it's just absolutely insanity. Leverage trading Bitcoin, man. It's like an ATM. I can't believe it. And when this alert hits, look, my alert's going to hit. That alert hit right now. The stochastics hit it. We're already here. Wow. 18.8, guys. We're going to 19,000. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. Wow, this leverage trade's going really well. I'm still in shock of this stuff, man. I really am in shock. We're not even that high on the RSI yet, which is really weird. We're going to come down and retest the top of the pattern. There's always a retest on the 1 minute. Always a retest on the 1 minute. We're going to come back down and retest. I started buying about 2K, then inched up 5 times to 2,500 last day. My challenge is always about being fixed on keeping one and trading one. I'm a 2004 DAI. It's not marrying Bitcoin. Do you think so too? Still in leverage trades. Also Bitcoin up. Yo, this is just multi bene, man. So well. What a great day. Now, I like to just take my money. So like, I'm gonna close this leverage trade up, up 10%. I'm gonna close it. I just keep taking the money. I can get back in another time. Wow. Now I have $500, man. Wow. I just leverage trade $100 to $500 in a few days. Guys, I took $100 and I turned it into $500 leverage trading Bitcoin. Basically in the last 48 hours. I was up all night leverage trading. I was up all night leverage trading, yo. I didn't stop. Like, I just didn't stop. You guys were laughing at me. I kept saying I was going to leave the trading group. I was like, guys, I'm out. I'm going to sleep. I can't do this anymore. Yo, I had never leveraged trade, but I knew I was an amazing spot trader, and I just took everything I learned. Now we're going to bounce off this, probably make a new flag, and see how I keep drawing the patterns, and I'm showing you guys the road to 19K. I'm saying I'm sticking to 19.4. This is telling us we're going to 19,200. This temporary target. When you have big targets on the 1 minute, I'm telling you, man, like this is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. XRP up 230. Okay, so my stop loss got hit on Almost Go and we took $200. And see how that works? And now let's look. Was that a good sell? We'll get an idea of why or why not, right? So now we're up damn near $500 on the day already. Great day. 349. So it went all the way up to 354 and it fell off. Let's see where I sold. We sold for 6.7%. Let's see. Probably market sold me down because I was way higher. Close price at 348, 349. I guess it popped really quick without me paying attention. Yeah, so it popped really fast up to 353. Damn, I wish I caught that. Anyway, so we took the money though. We got in. Let me show you the Almost Go trade. It was textbook. I got in at the bottom of the pattern and I just sold up here, for about 6% gains. I put about $3,000 into the trade and that's it. I'm not greedy. Yeah, Almost Go is probably going to go up even more. Probably could hold this for months and all that other stuff. But you know what? We got into the bottom of the pattern. We got out. If we look at the 4 hour, the Stokes are pretty high. Tells me they're going to go up and down. And, the MACD's on its way. There's probably way more coming. But now I have capital. And on a day like today, I can scalp and do all sorts of other things, right? I'm still up in XRP. I'm still up in Atom. I'm still up in ETH. You know, we could take these 2 trades, take another $100 down for the day. And then I could go hang out with my family for the rest of the day and know I made more money today than I would have at any job I ever worked. You know? He's like, oh my G, still going up. You guys are funny, man. I don't care. Yeah, but look, the Stokes, this would be a buy right now on OMG. On the leverage trade. So, I'm still in shock that I took the leverage trade that high. Like the leverage trading where I took it. Makes me not want to do any more leverage trading for a while. Like I'm like, wow, I'm like 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 trades. I didn't lose one trade. I didn't lose not one trade. I think I made 10 straight leverage trades in a row without losing one, you know? So I just sold here. Looks like OMC Go does want to go now a little more out of this falling wedge. A strange pattern though. That's a really strange pattern. I don't really know what to think of this pattern. I've never really seen it. I guess it's a broadening rising wedge. So we should come all the way. Right now, you can get back into the trade. And what should occur is we should get back up here at 352, right? And then it should come back down. What these are supposed to do is they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, they go up. They come down a little bit, and then they fly out of the pattern. That's the broadening wedge. So this is what we could see happen for OMC Go. Very possible. Entry is coming in again. Stokes are about to turn. So you could get back into the trade right now. There's a chance I might. Very bullish. Let's look at the 4 hour and see how do we have any more. We could get some more green on the 4 hour. Only 3. But honestly, Bitcoin could pump so heavily too that it could start messing with the alts. You know, I think I'm going to be happy with my play and move on to another trade. You know, just is what it is. Has room. I'm swinging it. Okay. Hey, you're on point. So you make me want to do the trade. I like Ocean, though. I like Ocean right here. I'm going to get into Ocean. I like Ocean on the 4 hour. Looking like it's about to fly. I really like this trade. I think I'm going to skip out of OMG and get into Ocean. I've been wanting Ocean for a while. I keep missing it. And it's like I have this obsession with it. I think about it all the time. There's some reason why I'm obsessed with Ocean. I just can't I can't get away. I love the Ocean maybe. I don't know, man, but I like the name. Going on a tear. I think for a temporary target for Ocean here, it breaks out on the 1 hour. Puts it somewhere up in here at 71 cents. So some big gains coming out of Ocean. Shout out to everyone on the live stream that's in today. I haven't even checked it. 20 people watching, 16 likes. Really appreciate that. And there we have our regular dislike. I know who you are, man. Appreciate that. Doing your thing. Hit the like button, please. Get all the 20 likes in there. 20 people watching. Really appreciate that. 21. Another person jumping in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really makes my day. It means the world to me. And, yeah. We're giving value, man. We're giving good value. I mean, that's all it means. That's what it means, right? Human beings like good value. Provide good value, and you're going to have a good business. That's really all it is. Jesse gives good value, right? He's in there. He's in there doing his work, doing his thing. Shout out to everyone in the shop today. Love you guys. I hope I can drive out there one day. Take my motorcycle on a cross trip or something. Who knows? And I can come in the shop and, like, you know, just, like, grab some wrenches and just, like, yeah, dude. Like, since using YFDI with Uniswap, do you think then taking profits should stick with USD or USDC? Is the safest way? Maybe BTC goes down. Thanks, Sam. Great stream today. Watching while I cook. What up, killers? What's going on, man? You're a smart dude. Like, you're like, you know what? I'm going to cook for everybody. I could still put the little iPhone, like, up against the, you know, I know what you're doing. I do that all the time. I'm watching crypto videos on 2x speed while I'm sitting there. So I like this in the 1 hour. Stokes about to come back down. Let's look at the 15-minute for entry. Beautiful entry on this right now. I like Ocean, guys. I think I'm going to take Ocean down. I'm going into the, yeah. I even don't mind where it is in the 1 minute. I like Ocean here at 54. I'm going to make a call on Ocean. Okay. Going to go in for a smaller position just because I'm having a great day. And whenever that happens, I usually say, hey, you know what? I should relax. I don't want to overtrade myself, you know. Anyway, let's see what's going down. We got 7 grand in capital too, which is beautiful. UNI, actually. Let me take a look at UNI. Might be time to get into UNI. We didn't get into UNI. So let's look. 381. Doing basically a double bottom here on the 1 minute. Showing bullish divergence, in my opinion, with the RSI coming up. To me, this is the bottom for UNI. I think this is a perfect time to get into UNI. Let me look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour wants to move. Stokes are down. 4 hours going to roll down, but it looks like you can get a little pump on the 1 hour. I feel like we could get a little pump on the 1 hour back to here. Stokes could double top on the 4 hour. What do you guys think of that? BS Social Swap, I need you right now, man. I need you. I'm thinking of getting back into UNI. You're like you're really good at getting back in. If you're out there, if you're hearing me, BS Social Swap, I need you, man. I need you. I will look at Link Stella right away. Solo up 11.5%. Dude, Solo, that was one of the greatest calls anyone's ever given me. What a call on Solo. You did amazing. You're doing amazing. Everyone in the group, you guys are doing amazing. I mean, if you're hiding your losses from me and just showing me your wins, don't do that. But it looks like everybody is in a good space. Looks like everyone has changed their account in the positive. Looks like everyone is confidently making trades. Everyone is seeing the charts. I really think. BS Social Swap, if you're out there, just wanted to ask you about re-entering UNI. Crypto lifers are great multitaskers, right? You got to be in this world, man. You got to be. 30-minute looks good. 15-minute Stokes look like a beautiful entry on UNI. And the 1 hour also tells me, you know what? We'll have a little more downward. We're about to go back up. Interesting. 4 hours says we're going to roll over, but this could just give us another hill. I like UNI right here, man, for 1,300. I'm going to take UNI down. Limit order. For 1260. Make the position smaller than normal. 31891. We're going to give a 5% stop loss, so we can only lose $60. We're going to see our target for UNI. This is going to be a small kind of, not a scalp, but kind of an in and out trade. I just want to get basically what UNI took from me. 390 back up. So let's see what we can get out of 1200. Just trying to get 5% if we can. Back up there. $4. So we'll put our target here at 4. Trying to get 5%, 6% out of the trade. Not trying to be too greedy. If it works out, then I'm going to keep it rocking. Just a plan here. Come on. Oh, look at that, man. UNI's moving fast. Whenever you get good entries, it moves fast. Right? Look at that. 384 already. We were just at 381, man. That's a good thing about being that's the only thing about being a good trader. A lot of times my entries are right where things start heating up, you know? Looks like I'm in right at even Steven. Okay, cool. So we got UNI, and now we're going to get into Ocean. Mark my words on Ocean. It hasn't really popped yet. So I'm liking Ocean right now. We're proving profits daily, man. And remember, YFDI made me $1,000 in 3 days. And then we're taking hundreds here. So, like, we're just continuously taking profits, guys. Over and over and over again. We get addicted to taking profits. Okay. 1560 on Ocean. Make sure that you put the right pair in. Always double check what you're doing. I love the logo, the little sailboat. Like, I'm a sailor. It's awesome. 54.59. I really like the ask price here. I'm going to win for 1560. I may double up into this position, turn it into a $3,000 position at one point. Stop loss. We're going to go look at the chart. Show you how we trade the proper way. Everything comes from the chart. None of it is emotions. See, I'm telling you, I like Omasi Go, but we're at the bottom of the pattern. Let's be more thorough here with our pattern. I think we could be in something like that. But let's go. The more space you give it, the better off you are, right? And what I mean by that is if you make it like, oh, this is the pattern, then your idea is like it won't get all the way up or down, right? See, The more space you give the pattern, the better odds. Now, this is bottom of the pattern. You can see we're getting wicked up, held by the moving average. In these positions, we dip below and start to come up. It's going to break above the 21-day moving average and come up, probably come back down, and then it's going to rip. That will be my second position if I can when it touches the trend line one more time. This thing is great on the 4-hour. Look at the Stokes. This thing is about to rip. 1 hour is really kind of curling down too. And the 15-minute even gives us our entry. It's got everything that you want. BS Social Swap taught me this entry, everything going well. These guys bought the top in 2018, are at even almost, They pumped, LOL. Isn't that crazy, man? No one is down. Nobody is down now. Like, nobody can say that they lost money trading Bitcoin unless they literally bought 19.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, majority of people haven't lost any money trading Bitcoin, right? So this should come back down to the trend line here, 54.17 for a perfect entry and a nice little bounce. Is starting to move. We also see, did we see bullish divergence on the 1 minute? 9 out of 10 times you're gonna see it. So let's zoom out into here, and we do see it. It's right there clearly for our bottom. Guys, I found the bottom. This is one that everything I've worked on is here. This is the trade of the century right here. Gonna curl down one more time, come back down anywhere between 54 even and this range at 54.29. This is your entry. We've caught it here on the 1 minute. We've got 15-minute Stokes giving us the reason to get in. We got 1 hour going to reset, and we got the 4 hour looking absolutely beautiful. Okay. One thing we left out is the daily. Let's take a look at that. And that looks like it's going to front run into pink, guys. And the Stokes are coming down. This looks like the trade of the day. I'm thinking that I should be heavier into this trade. Well, what I can do is I'll add to it. 1560 now. It starts to move in the direction that I like. I'm going to add to the trade. Okay. Again, always using my, if you're not familiar with my risk management system, it's my stop loss now. Now we go into Ocean. We go back to the 4 hour. We're looking for our stop loss. Stop loss just has to be bottom of the pattern. And this is why we only buy the bottom of the pattern over and over again. You see how I'm reiterating these lessons, guys, to you over and over again. Bottom of the pattern. Okay, you can't beat it. 5% loss right here. Bottom of the pattern. 4.5%. I don't have to have a deep stop loss if I'm trading properly from a position of strength. So here, 6% stop loss at the least. I'm putting in $1,500. My risk is $150 per trade. So here's the deal. What I would do is I would take my stop loss, $150. I divide it by 0.06. It gives me my position size of 2,500, and I'm still not going to do that because I'm having such a good day. I'm going to use 1,500. So I'm going below my risk. Now I'm using half of the risk. 0.5% is my risk right now. So now what I'm doing is 150, and you could do this, 150, and you're going to divide it by 0.05. And that's going to give me a $3,000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're going to say 75 because we're going to go for half risk divided by 0.06. And that's 1250. So half risk is 1250. I'm going to go 1560 right in the middle at 54.29 for Ocean. So making a call on Ocean right now. No one gave it to me. I haven't seen it on any pump group. I haven't even talked about it with anybody. I just looked at the chart. The chart has everything that we learn and go for. So we're going to take that. And yeah, hey, 54.30 on Ocean. I'm making a call right now on this, guys. My own personal call here, live right now. Ocean is going to come down for another 5 waves. See, that's why I don't go into the Elliott wave theory. I don't, because to me that makes no sense. I don't know what that means, and I know I'm being rude here, but look at it. Just look at it. Like, it's in a rounded bottom of accumulation Wyckoff phase. Like, you can't tell me it's going down, and it could, you know. And that's why I have a stop loss, and that's why I'm only risking $75. Right? Not going to risk a lot of money. But this, if you go to my system tells you this is a go, and my system is profitable. So I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not trying to defy you, Kelly, and you're probably right. And maybe we could discuss it. There's a chance. But again, see, what you're saying is this. Are you saying, okay, wave 1? Actually, let's take this. Take this tool. Show me, post a chart in the Telegram and show me what you mean. Because like you could be 100% right. That's why I love this channel. You guys like save me money all the time. So you're saying, look at this. To me, this is what I see. Right? And then, hold on. And then something like that. Let's take a go look at Bitcoin. About to hit 18,800, man. We're going to 19K today. It's been written at this point. Excuse me. Uni, 2 uni positions. That's not me. What the hell? I opened uni twice? I didn't know I did that. We don't want to do that. That's weird. Oh, my other uni position never sold off. Oh. I'm confused. I feel like this just opened 2 positions, guys, for me. You see it? Something shady went on there. That's overexposure. Not what I plan on doing. So I'm going to close one of these. That's so strange. Hit the back button and then just smart sell it. That is so strange. Or hit the buy sell button and then you just hit it. No, I don't want 100%. Well, it won't. It shouldn't because the other one's in a position, right? So that's 328 uni. So how many units? Only 7 units. Something's going on here. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that when I get off. That's strange. Anyway, we'll get into that. Threw me off a bit. What's that alert? MACD crossing. So the MACD hit, right? So that would have told me time to get out of that trade. It's weird it didn't hit like when it was supposed to, but anyway, I already closed out of the trade. So now we're gonna come right up in here. Usually that makes a new pattern and then it breaks out again. I've been seeing that a lot. It's been the new fad is a pattern and then a pattern on top of the pattern for a breakout. But just watch positions as Bitcoin can get rocky and roady. You know, it's already went up pretty good, brought up all the USDT pairs. So we got to watch that. Now, I just wanted to look at the market sentiment and then we're out of here for the day. Beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you're getting a lot out of the stream. If you're here on Twitch, shout out to all the Twitch viewers. If you're on Facebook Live, shout out to everyone on Facebook Live. If you're getting a lot out of this, let me know. Ocean, RSR waves are scalp city. Yeah. Ocean is going to come down for another 5 wave, in my opinion. Hey, maybe you're right. I don't study that as much as you guys do. But honestly, I'm profitable without it. So I don't... There's people that use volume and price, man. They don't even use what I use. They laugh at what I'm doing. So it's funny, right? Everyone has a different trading style. If you trade enough, you're going to find your pocket, right? Okay, check it out. Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is now better money than many emerging market currencies. Bitcoin is building a strong use case as a medium of exchange for global transfers. Bitcoin's volatility and price action are comparable to and even better than many emerging markets. I mean, you guys played Forex. You see how Forex, guys taking pips on Forex? That's a volatile market. They say it's one of the most volatile markets to play. So if Forex is one of the most volatile markets out there, and they have the nerve to talk about Bitcoin, so funny, right? Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, So Bitcoin's rank at 16th and 30th respectively in the list of M. Oh wait, Lisa, Denise, can I just do YFI for you? YFDI real fast, because I have to look at it too. So let's look at YFDI together. I hope you're still there. If not, sorry. CoinTrader Pro. Lately it's been doing this. Is it like, did it stop letting you do free trade? Free, Yeah, let me just do a deep dive for you here on CoinTrader Pro. On YFDI. The daily did look like it was getting a little extended, but oh my god. I didn't take a good look at it yet. So, okay. So here's the daily for YFDI. Now, it's getting high up here on the Stokes. Stochastics RSI, they want to come down, right? RSI is also overbought. Last few times it was up there, it took a bit of a hit. So thinking maybe, hey, it might be time to sell some YFDI. It went all the way to 2,500. Came back to 25,382. My instincts are telling me that it's a good time to sell a little bit, because look, even overbought on the 4 hour as well. This is gonna have to come back down at one point. The last time it went all the way up to 1760, and it retraced a 50% retracement. So that's something that could definitely happen for YFDI. So I just I'm in the between too, because it's like you want a dream that's gonna go on forever, and you're like, oh, but this is that play for good. But honestly, it's the 1 hour Stokes want to come down, RSI wants to reset. Looking like YFDI might be time to sell. Honestly, may go to Uniswap and see what I'm gonna get for it at the very moment. I made $1,000 off of you know. Now I know it's supposed to go to the moon and all that, but I could probably get back in for profit. What it will do is it will go back down, and then I can use the profits. Yeah, I'm thinking of taking profits on YFDI right now. That's just a smart thing to do, in my opinion. We'll see what's going on right now. I mean, so much, I deserve it. If you swap it to USD Tether inside, let's see how much they charge me to swap right now. I've never swapped. Can you swap to Tether? They got some stable coins, but not ones that I really know of. BUSD is alright, I guess. Swap to Binance stablecoin, US stablecoin. They don't have to. Oh, they have Tether there. So if you swap the max, it's going to tell you it's $3,074. It's going to give you quotes. You hit get quotes. So look, I've never swapped on this before. Let's see what happens. So it'll give you a quote of $29.68. Should be a profit of $968. 3 quotes available. So there's 3 quotes. There's one for 2968. So this is how it works. You swap it on. Oh, when I'm not there. So look, I'm gonna swap on MetaMask. I've never done this before. 2968. So I'm turning the $2,000 into 2968. I just feel like YFDI is gonna have to reset. It's not gonna go up forever, right? It's on an amazing run. If you think about it, the run began here, but then even when the MACD was crossing here, let me take a look before I sell this, because here's the MACD crossing, and we went from 19,000 all the way back to 16,000, back up to 2,000. People sell and buy this stuff crazy though, and it has a very limited supply. I'm at my wit's end here. It's a very tough thing to do. Do you sell something that's so limited, knowing that the chart's telling you that, you know what? We could go for the 1 hour, and we see the 1 hour when we're going up and down still actually wants to curl up a little bit. It's interesting. But it could come all the way back down. I could reestablish far more YFDI, right? Be an amazing trade. Now I can get 29.75 for it. So the quotes are going up. So the max network fee is $97 though. Isn't that crazy? One YFDI is $2,400 right now. So the swap, you gotta pay a lot, man. This is insane. Almost better off just swapping back into ETH, letting ETH rip. And then if YFI goes down, right? Because look, it already did drop pretty well. 2,500 to 2. It dropped a whole $100. Or do you just hold this blonde? I mean, it's gonna retrace. I know that by being a trader. I know it's gonna retrace. Hopefully to 2,000, 18,000, right back to even where I'm at, you know, or the price will go back to even. I was in at 1,500, so yeah, you're right. I'll still be up considerably if I let it hang. The question remains. Think to keep it in USD for safekeeping. If you make good profit, sell it, or sell half and keep half if you believe in the project. I do believe in the project. I think it's going to go up really well, you know. If I sold half, I'd get 1,500 back. I'd keep 1,500 in. Yeah. Interesting. The swaps are too expensive, you know. Not trying to pay these fees, man. That's just insane. I also have to make sure you got ETH in your wallet. I got to send some ETH to this wallet because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to get it out at all. So remember that too. You need some ETH for the gas. If you don't have ETH for the gas, you can't get out, you know. So look, I only got $2 in ETH, so I need to send some ETH to this address. If anyone wants to help me out and send me like a couple bucks in ETH, I'm just messing with you. I'm putting it out there anyway. I need like $5 for a transaction fee. Nah, I'm just joking. I never ask you guys for money. Unless we're tutoring, I'm giving you guys some real value. And like Bitcoin came back down to the pattern. That was a great sell for me. First BART pattern. I hate these scary BART patterns starting to creep back up. So key takeaways, right? Is Bitcoin's volatility and price action are comparable to even better than emerging markets. Bitcoin ranks 16th and 30th respectively in the list of M1 and M2 money supply countries. It's built a strong use case. It's gonna find its way inside the Forex market. Yeah.
I'm here. I need some tape.
Okay, baby.
Because it's a birthday. It's someone's birthday.
Bitcoin not so volatile anymore. The 1-year volatility of Bitcoin is low compared to the emerging currencies. Emerging countries are those that resemble many developed countries but fall short on a few metrics.
Can I go get some tape?
Yeah. Okay. Many economists use the term emerging markets. You know, emerging market bond, EMBI, issued financial institutions tracks the performance of 25 to 40 countries considering the emerging markets. The 1-year volatility of the EMBI is 31.8%, while it is 12.4% for Bitcoin. So these other markets throughout the world are far more volatile than Bitcoin. I only bought part of it. What do you recommend? Buy the dip and not swap it? Honestly, I can't make the call for you guys. It's such an emotional call. The attachment to your money. I'm gonna have to make a call on it. I'm still kind of in between right now. I'm gonna sit down with my wife and ask her. We're gonna talk about it because I made 50% off $2,000. It's one of the biggest trades I've made in the last week or two. So, yeah. Bitcoin is holding above 18,000 as traders await news about the next U.S. stimulus package. On-chain data analysis shows the long-term holders are still bullish. Technical analysis shows Bitcoin has strong support from just above 17,200.
I can't find the tape.
All right, I'm almost done right here. We're finishing the news, and I'm gonna be upstairs. Okay. Increase in the short-term bullish B2 momentum has been underway since the news broke that U.S. stimulus talks are back on the table. The news comes as Bitcoin is now anchoring above the psychological 18,000 level. Again, bulls are testing the yearly high after the bellwether cryptocurrency found strong technical support around 17,200. Yeah. SoftBank's boss glad to be out of Bitcoin, but his firm is still in the game. The CEO of SoftBank, one of Japanese biggest conglomerates and a firm with multiple crypto interests, says he took a multi-million-dollar loss by selling his Bitcoin holdings in 2018 because he didn't understand the token and found it was distracting him from running his business. Yo, how could you not understand Bitcoin? I really don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. You just wrote UNI to 4.6, then you wrote 4.2. What do you mean, man? I love you, be a social swap, but you gotta tell me what's going on. You're freaking me out. You're throwing numbers around. I'm sorry. This is how I am. I'm such a precise person. Like, things have to be like really precise for me, or I get thrown off. Why would this guy not understand Bitcoin? Sun added that 1% of his total asset holdings had been in Bitcoin up until 2018, and that he had bought the token after hearing recommendations about the token from a friend. However, the CEO claimed that he would often spend up to 5 minutes a day looking at the Bitcoin price, and finally decided that he did not understand Bitcoin fluctuations and found the whole process too distracting while he was trying to run his business. He claimed that he feels much better now when he no longer has Bitcoin holdings. He's going to be the opposite, right? Is that the re-entry position on Uni at 420? Would seem like the dips need to be significant to trade back and forth, because Uniswap is not Binance or Coinbase Pro. I see what you're saying, and with a lot of people staking the DAI, I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. I didn't stake it either. Yeah, too distracting. 5 minutes a day. Like, this guy's hilarious. This guy's funny to me, man. Sun did not write off the tokens completely, however, although he claimed that he was currently focusing his efforts on another industry, 4.0 technology, namely artificial intelligence. I think digital currency is definitely going to be useful, and I think the digital currency will definitely be used in the future, but I do not know what digital currency, what structured and so on. I would rather focus on something that I feel passionate about, which is AI right now. Dude, if he's so smart, how come he can't understand Bitcoin? That's what I don't understand. I know friends that I claim to be smarter than me, but they don't get it. They don't get it. Wow, solo. Rick Ryder, BlackRock CIO, has said that Bitcoin could surpass gold. Ryder said that cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and this is not the first time BlackRock employees have talked about Bitcoin. So BlackRock CIO, Rock Reader, said today on CNBC that Bitcoin could replace gold, adding that it's here to stay. I mean, BlackRock's a big deal. Let's take a look and watch this video.
Before you go, you had alluded to the distinction between what's happened with the price of gold and Bitcoin. And you said that you think it's moving towards Bitcoin. Is that a long-term trend? Does that mean you're a Bitcoin bull? I asked because we had talked to Jamie Dimon earlier this week, who, despite JP Morgan supporting crypto in a very big way, and actually Bitcoin to some degree, on Bitcoin itself, he seemed to think it's still very possible if it ever really reaches escape velocity, and maybe it's getting closer as it passes $18,000 per Bitcoin, that the government actually would try to regulate it.
So, Andrew, I mean, I think, listen, I think cryptocurrency is here to stay, and I think it is a durable, and you've seen the central banks that have talked about digital currencies. I think digital currency and the receptivity, particularly millennials' receptivity of technology and cryptocurrency is real. Digital payment systems is real. So I think Bitcoin is here to stay. I think, you know, am I a Bitcoin bull? I mean, I don't do a lot of it or virtually any of it in my portfolios, my corporate portfolios, my business portfolios. But do I think it is probably, it's hard to say, is it worth the price it's trading at today? But do I think it's a durable mechanism that do I think will take the place of gold to a large extent? Yeah, I do, because it's so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around. And by the way, the way you can track.
So there you go. Also on-chain analysis, we get more data. So I think so. There you go, man. There you have it. BlackRock, one of the biggest money managers in the world, letting you know. Look, former rapper Logic buys $6 million worth of Bitcoin. The Grammy-nominated music artist said the move was a "you only live once" investment, and even changed his Twitter name to Bobby Bitcoin. Prominent individuals are jumping onto Bitcoin like never before. Former rapper Robert Brinson Hall, too, known by his stage name as Logic, picked up a $6 million worth of Bitcoin cryptocurrency last month, he said on the social app. The move came as investors and fund managers, enterprise software companies are turning to Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. My $6 million Bitcoin last month. Fuck it. Wow, seriously, he said the asset traded under 13.5 as of October and has risen near 25%. He has made himself 25% of $6 million. He's made himself $1 million already. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. He made himself over $1 million, right? Because 1 million, He made 25% of 6, man. That's absolutely insane. But Bitcoin's not only, he made $1 million in a month, but Bitcoin's not only the niche asset Logic got his hands on. As per Culture Complex, he also picked up some Pokemon card with 226 in an auction. The childhood playtime cards are undergoing somewhat of their own bull run these days. Interesting. Meanwhile, to commemorate his Bitcoin purchase, Logic changed his name and his account on a social app to Bobby Bitcoin. That's absolutely insane. I'm going to tweet at him right now. Let's make a track. This is amazing, guys. This is the kind of, when you see rappers who kids, like, it's going to change the entire space. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. We're going to say it together, guys. Literally, 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Peace. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night, day, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for all your support. We have 21 people. Please hit the like button. Get the likes up to 20 likes if you can right now. Right before I leave, we have 21 people watching, 16 likes. Let's make it the exact amount of viewers, the exact amount of likes. Hit you up with the information, give you Bitcoin dominance, give you multiple trades, showed you how to leverage trade today, went through multiple applications of how to use the moving averages, showed you some divergences. We went over multiple things today. We even showed you my stop loss strategy and how I make sure I maintain my stop loss. I used a calculator in doing so. I showed you my risk. I showed you how to trim your stop losses no matter what the trade is so you can keep yourself into profits. I don't know what else I can do for you guys, but I love you. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend on this Friday. Peace, be safe. Don't let the governments, the this and that of politics get to you. Take a deep breath, meditate, go out into nature, enjoy your life. Be safe. I love you. 1.